all-time favorite Bible verse is found in Philippians 4:13, and it says, "I can do all things through Christ who strengtheneth me." I really do believe in prayer, as everything happened in my life was just through prayer. Every day we encounter God, and we have so many testimonies, but among those there is like a highlight that we can never forget, and also our weapon against our enemies, like, hey, I have a heavenly Father who cares for me. So looking back, it was really impossible for me to finish my study. I just remembered when I was in high school, my mom told me to stop from studying because we didn't have money to support my study. And I just told my mom, like, Mom, whether I will stop or I'll continue the same thing, we will not have money. So I continue. We asked help from here and there from my uncle, and thanks God that we got some help. So I continue my study. So when it's about to, the year end, there's so many universities, institutions, they will come and introduce their curriculum. So there was a group of students, very simple students, and they came and they introduced the curriculum, and they said that they were from the Adventist Institute. So I said, oh, I want to go on that Adventist Institute. At the time, I had already idea about Adventist, because in my batch we had one Adventist classmate, and she was close to me, and every time I was just teasing her like, oh, everyone is going on Sunday and you're going on Saturday, everyone is eating this food and you're not eating. But she never get tired and she never get mad at me. So even though I know it was impossible for me to go to college, because my mom already told me that there is no chance for me to go to college, but still I was like decided to, I want to go on that Adventist Institute. So at the same time also, there was also the chance to get a scholarship, because it was year end. So there was one department, like a TESDA department. They came, Filipinos knows about TESDA. They are like a 2-year course, and they will give an examination. If you will pass the exam, then you will get the scholarship for 2 years course. So we took the examination, and unfortunately I failed the exam. So I was crying again. I was like, God, really, that was only my hope, that I can go to college at least for 2 years. And even though in my young age, I was really praying to God to finish my study, to work, and to help my family, because my father has no permanent job, as well as my mom. So God knows what's really deep inside in my heart. But lucky enough that I had a classmate who was also my neighbor. He passed the examination, so he got the scholarship, and they have money, so I know that they're gonna send him to the big university. So I went to him, and I told him like, I know you're not going to use your scholarship, can I just use it? And then he said, yeah, sure, why not, you can use it. So I went to the TESDA office by myself. I'm just really grateful to God for all those courage and wisdom that God gave me at that time. I went there by myself, and I told the manager like, sir, I have a classmate who passed the examination, but he's not going to use his scholarship. It is possible to transfer to me. Then he said like, there is no such thing like that, to transfer the scholarship. But since you are really interested to study and you really want to study, so we will we will grant you a scholarship even though that you failed the exam. I said, wow, it was answered prayer. Really, God heard my prayer. So I went to the Adventist Institute. Growing up as the Roman Catholic, I used to wear earrings. So when I was inside the Adventist Institute, it was not allowed to wear earrings. So every time the pastor, I was a little stubborn and hard-headed. The pastor, every time that he met me in any corner of the school, he will just tell me, oh, you're pretty, but you will be prettier if you will remove your earrings. And I was just like, okay, pastor. But I was very active. I like the morning devotional, the evening devotional, wake-up prayers. I love wake-up prayers, and all the Bible subjects. So when I almost finished the 2 years, since it was a small institutions, and even I was one of the pioneer of that school, the president, everyone knows each other. Even the president, who was the founder also of the school, he knows everyone, so he know me very well. So when I about to finish the 2 years, he called me in his office and he asked me, "Oh, Jane, what's your plan? Why you not just proceed for Bachelor? Because Bachelor is better than the 2 years." Then I told him like, "Really, sir, I want that, but you know, it was really, you know, it will be impossible for us because really we can't afford." Then he told me like, "I will give you a discount from the tuition." It was really a reasonable discount, like among all those students, I'm just alone, he gave me that kind of discount. As I can see, all the students mostly are working students, and they had to work hard to get some subject and some units, and for me, he just gave me that kind of discount for my tuition. And aside from that also, before I went to college, I really asked the Lord also that, "God, give me a permanent job, give a permanent job to my father," because even though that I was scholar, of course we need money for my allowance, for my food and everything. And really God was so good that all those years that I was in college, my father had a job. He has a job for all those years, and never stopped. So I continued the 4 years there, and right after that there was one week of prayer. And when the week of prayer about to finish, you know, in the end of the week of prayer, the pastor, the speaker, was asking who wants to be baptized, and I was just in the corner sittings. I was just really crying, and I don't know what happened. And the wife of the president came to me and asked me, "Jane, what happened? Why are you crying?" I said, "Really, I don't know." Then she just prayed with me and read me some Bible verse, and yeah, I decided to be baptized at the time. And so here I am now in the UAE. Coming here also in the UAE is very impossible for me, but really God has 1,000 of ways to help that you can never imagine. And I just can't help but to marvel, because I was just praying to God like to finish my study, to work, and to help my family. But along the way, he let me meet him, he let me know him, and I became an Adventist, though I was little stubborn at first. But God softened my heart, and here I am now. Even though every day I stumble and fall, but I know I have a living testimony that I have a heavenly Father who really cares for me, who loves me, and who leads me in the path that he wants me to be. And I'm very grateful and thankful to God that there is no reason for me to doubt on him, because he's been with me, and I know that he will always be there, not only for me but for everyone. My last Bible verse is found in Philippians 4:6, and it says, "Don't worry about anything, but pray for everything. With thankful heart, offer your prayers and requests to God." God bless everyone.